Outplayed, outclassed, and outthought. These are the three words that I can use to describe Arsenal Football Club in their recent match against Crystal Palace. This was a must win match for the Gunners, and I have said for so many days now that Arsenal are a team which is work in progress. They are not the finished material by any stretch of the imaginations, and whenever we hype up this team, they completely capitulate. That is the bottom line. And whenever the pressure is on, it is not, in this team to handle the pressure. There are a lot of young players who are, in their prime. You can say they're playing really well, but at the same time, they are still not having that kind of experience to manage football matches. And whenever they are under the pump, there is nobody to take the game by the scruff of the neck. Mikel Arteta before this match against Crystal Palace was, upbeat. He was confident coming after the international break. Arsenal were playing Crystal Palace, a very, very informed side, coached by a very good manager in Patrick Vieira, who knows everything about Arsenal and the way Arteta has been, tactically tweaking some players and ensuring that he gets the best out of them. Wilfred Zaha was a suspicion for this match, but he started and it was a very, very good outing for the Ivorian. In the first half, we saw that Crystal Palace were performing well. They were looking to dominate the possession. They were pressing hard at Arsenal and they were not allowing Arsenal to play their usual game, which is pass and move. And there was no tempo or rhythm to Arsenal's game. This is the most surprising thing from this match which I saw. Arsenal were never looking in control of the ball. After two or three passes, they were losing the possession and they were not able to come out of that kind of dominance by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, were really buoyant. They were looking to, target the space on in behind Nuno Tavares. He was playing in place of Kieran Tierney, who got a knee injury, and they completely exploited the right hand side. And I must say, credit to Patrick Vieira. In the first half, they just get a set piece. Zaha wins a very cheap free kick for Palace, and Conor Gallagher whips in a very wonderful cross into the penalty box, and it is 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Mateta scores in from the rebound, and it is completely shambolic defending, I must say, from Arsenal. They were not looking up for the fight, and even after they conceded, there was no reaction. Especially, when you know what is at stake, you are playing to compete in the Champions League next season. You are playing to build a team which is competitive enough to play in the elite level of European football. And what we see in this match is a complete joke. Even after they conceded, they were looking quite lethargic. All the players were, misplacing their passes, especially if we talk about players like Thomas Partey, who has been consistent for Arsenal, was completely, taken apart. Even in midfield, Granit Xhaka was not able to control and spray in his very clinical passes to the left or right hand side. And I must say, Arsenal were badly missing Gabriel Martinelli. He is a person who can change the game. He has that kind of pace and trickery, and I think that could have caused some problems for Palace. However, Crystal Palace consolidated their lead and made it 2-0 when Jordan Ayew, came in from the right hand side and he is one on one with the goalkeeper. What kind of defending is Gabriel Magalhaes doing? There is no communication between him and Nuno Tavares. Both of them are ball watching, and it was a very wonderful pick out by Anderson from the defense, and he puts in straight into Jordan Ayew, and he controls it quite well, and it is 2-0. This was a completely utter shambolic performance. In the first 25 minutes, you are already 2-0 down, and after that, you are not doing anything to change the things. There is no rhythm, there is no tempo, and everything what was happening in the Arsenal half. Crystal Palace were quite happy to, pass the ball around, and whenever they got the chance to put the ball in behind Arsenal's defense, Wilfred Zaha was the first one to pounce on any loose ball, and he was creating havoc on the left hand side. He had Cedric Suarez on toast, and with his kind of trickery, any defender in the Premier League will get toasted. This was not the first time that we are seeing Wilfred Zaha. We know what he can do with the ball, and without the ball also he is a very, very clever footballer. It was 2-0 at halftime, and in the second half, immediately Mikel Arteta responds. His team is first onto the pitch, and there is a lot of kind of determination, that kind of look in everyone's eyes that they can come back into this game. And immediately you see Gabriel Martinelli coming onto the pitch. Nuno Tavares was substituted off. In my opinion, this was the right decision. However, once the game started, it was all about how the left back position gets filled. Granit Xhaka filled that void. Yes, he doesn't have that kind of pace to cope with the pace of Crystal Palace wingers, but I just feel that as the game wore on, Arsenal were not able to break down Crystal Palace even on one occasion. Even if they had played for the next 48 hours or maybe 3 days, they would have not scored. That is what it was looking like, and it was completely attack versus defense. I just think that Crystal Palace, once they take the lead, they are really really difficult to break down, and especially playing at Selhurst Park, you know how the crowd is going to be. They will be really hostile towards the opposition, and Arsenal are no exception. And even after it was 2-0, I could see glimpses of Wilfred Zaha once again coming on the ball and tormenting with Arsenal's defenders, and he won a very very good penalty. Martin Odegaard trips him in the D-yard box, and it is a clear penalty. It should not go to VAR, and rightly so. Paul Tierney took his time, pointed to the spot, and 3-0 to Crystal Palace. Wilfred Zaha is on the money. He makes it 3-0, and this was game, set, and match. There are a lot of things which I have to take away from this match, because Arsenal are competing for a spot in the European Champions League. But I just feel that over the course of these matches which Arsenal has played, there was a sense of expectation from the fans and even the pundits. Everyone were expecting Arsenal to create history or make it to the Champions League. However, this was a very very big blow, a significant dent in their hopes of finishing in the top four. So, guys, a very, very bad day at the office for Arsenal. I'm sure all Tottenham fans will be rejoicing, and I just hope that the top four race goes all the way down to the wire. So, guys, if you know what is going to happen, or if you want to share your predictions for the remaining games, do you still feel that Arsenal is in the ascendancy to finish in the top four? Please put your thoughts in the comment section. And for regular updates from the world of football, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until next time, stay safe and take care.